Check. You ready? You ready? Check, check. You ready? Ready? Here we go. It's so exciting. So exciting.
Live.
From the Queen City studio.
Oh my God! With the Deacon live.
Right now. Ready? Yes.
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, something is going to happen that hasn't happened in the last 20 years. My nude body on full display, good and bad food ideas, and how Google Earth is solving crimes. All this and much, much more here on Deacon Live. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Hey, how are you? You doing all right? You doing okay? Are you surviving, the remnants? Now, most of us have gotten through the storm. Most of us have gotten through Hurricane Dorian, and I'll tell you what, I made fun of all the cruise liners and stuff that were donating $1 million, for a company that made billions and billions and billions of dollars, just, using their islands and stuff. But I want to take something back. I spoke shortly about it, and I feel bad about it. But, a lot of celebrities have stepped up and help the people. If you've seen the videos, it is amazing. There's nothing left. There's absolutely nothing left on this island that this Hurricane Dorian came across. Literally like annihilated, just sat there and just kind of just stirred it up. And I'm going to click on this one here so we can all be on the same page here. But literally just kind of sat there and stewed. It stewed on those islands out there. And those people, God almighty, how do they freaking survive storm after storm after storm? They bit it literally. If you ever played with like playing cards, like the 52 cards, a deck of playing cards. Why am I having a hard time figuring that out? A deck of playing cards, and you build one of those, a house of cards, and just one little kick of a card, the whole thing topples down. Well, it seems like, now granted, I know that some of the places are built very. Oh, here come the text messages. You can text us anytime live at the Queen City studio, 407-448-8800, or call us at any time at that same number. That's the studio line here at 407-448-8800. We are live in the Queen City studio located in Marshville, just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. But most of those houses, it's not that it's a poverty-stricken place, because how does one value poverty? They might have the best life in the whole entire world. I know that when we went to the Bahamas, it was so cool for the guys that were living there, just jump in these boats and just take off, go fishing for the day, and come back, and they would sell their fish right there at the market. Maybe that's rich to them, because some people don't have a boat that they can do that. One's value, one man's rich value is all depending on, who's interpreting it, right? But let me click this out, because this will keep playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. So some of the celebrities out there that have donated money, you may or may not know, but Tiger Woods has donated $1 million. Justin Timberlake has donated $1 million and some odd dollars. Michael Jordan, and that's not to say all the unknown people that are donating money or helping with money. I know there's a good friend of mine on the Facebook page, Kev Bazinet. He has, I want to get into his story a little bit later on in future podcasts and stuff, but he showed pictures of, he was loading up toilets, just standard toilets into a sea container or a container, and they were getting ready to ship all those over to the Bahamas to help with some kind of relief. Just these little things, the people that, I don't want to say they want to, I don't want to take credit for it. I just want to, donate my money and just, kind of behind closed doors. I don't want anyone to know what I'm doing. But That's great. That's great that people are, maybe it'll keep the ball rolling when you see someone like Michael Jordan donating $1 million and everyone go, well, he can afford it. And Justin Timberlake, well, you know what? I can afford giving $100. You can afford giving, I say afford, I don't know your balance and stuff, but I mean, $5, $10, $20. And who's to say? You know, I've donated to many things before. Involving Hurricane Dorian. So, I mean, the opportunities out there. Just be careful of scams and stuff. Just be careful of all that. But it's great. A lot of celebrities have stepped up and done that as well. And speaking of how my week's going, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. My wife, now, you heard couple podcasts ago, my wife sprained her foot. She stepped in one of those little dusting things that the chickens made. We have chickens, and they make a little dusting. When they dust themselves, there's little potholes in the air, and she stepped and twisted her ankle. So she's hobbling around and trying to maintain proper uprightness. But she now has, you know, I think starting the end of last week, she came up to me. She came up to me and said, you know, my jaw's hurting. I think I've got, and she's been really, really stressed at work, and she's been, you know, doing long days and long hours, and it's horrible. I feel sorry for her. I feel bad for her that she's got to, because, you know, she literally comes home and, you know, she's like, I'm done. I just want to find something to eat and then just to go to bed and wake up and do it all again. And her job's not that bad on a normal basis. She enjoys what she does, but just these last couple weeks and has been stressful for her, and I feel for her, and I try to help her out, and I try to make her transition from work and home life as smooth as possible. But something that she swore up and down that she has. Now, do you know what TMJ is? Now, I'm going to have some help here. TMJ disorder. And what it is, it's technically a jaw pain, and I don't know what here. I can't pronounce the first part, so I'm going to let this person say it for me. You ready? Here we go.
Temporomandibular.
Did you get that?
Temporomandibular.
Okay. So it's that jaw muscle that essentially what it is, it's bone on bone rubbing on each other. You know, people say I've got bad knees, I've got bad ankles, I've got this and that, and the cartilage is gone. Well, same thing. The joint on your jaw from clenching your teeth. Now, she wears the bite guard. She wears all the stuff. She, tries to take care of herself as far as that, relax, no stress when you get home. But she has the bite guard. She does the little exercises when she feels herself grinding her teeth. But yeah, I mean, she thought she had TMJ. Well, you go to the doctor. Finally, you get into a dentist, I should say. I say, go to the dentist. It's a dentist thing. It's an oral thing. Go to the dentist. So we go to our dentist, and I said, make sure they do x-rays and stuff. And I'm looking at, oh, great, it's going to be $1,000 some odd dollars for x-rays and for them to figure it out. Well, come to find out, she has a root underneath a crown that decided to get pissy. Essentially is what happened. Now, I thought when you get a root canal, not a root canal, a cap, I guess they kind of just wallow your back tooth down. I'm not going to do the drill sound for you, but they wallow the back tooth down, and then they just glue this little, essentially a crown, stick it right on top. The nerve underneath, I guess, got really, really bad, and they put the crown on it, so it's like capping a cesspool. God, that sounds really horrible. Capping a cesspool and keeping all the bacteria and stuff inside, and now she's having problems with whatever is going on, so she had to go get a root canal. And so we went to the doctor on Monday, and I say doctor, dentist. I am a dentist. I am a doctor. But the dentist said, well, you have to get a root canal. I am completely booked because we go to the Shay Shay place up in Cornelius, and he's completely booked. He has to be scheduled for this, and everyone's got to be scheduled for something. He's like, but, I'll refer you to someone in your local area. So we did that, and we called, and sure enough, can't get her in until Thursday. So this is Monday, so she had to go through Tuesday all day at work and Wednesday all day at work. You know, like I was telling you, 12, 13-hour days with this pain. And I'm like, it's funny. She was home. She did a half day on Wednesday, I think. She did a half day here at the French. She has an office in the front part of the building here. And I said, you know what, babe? My dad used to do it. I know it sounds silly. I said, we've got some Southern Comfort up there. And I said, just barely, one of those heavy lip glasses. I poured a little bit in it. Can't just pour it in a paper cup. I've got to be stylish, right? So I poured a little bit of Southern Comfort. I'm like, babe, just put it in your mouth and just have it like sit on there like you would do with salt water. And she takes a little sip and lets it sit on that gum. I said, let it soak in. And she's like, spits it back in the cup. She's like, God, that's awful. I go, I know it's awful. I said, now how does it feel? She's like, oh my God. Within seconds, it was great. I say great. It was manageable. And if you would have seen the pain she was going through, shooting pain, which goes into your ear, which, goes up to your temple area. I felt so bad for her. I wish I could have taken it away. I wish you would have done the Southern Comfort on the nights that she had really, really bad pain. But so that's the latest from this side of the this side of the microphone. How are you guys doing? I know I ask you all the time. I know you ask all the time. Give us a call here at the station at 407-448-8800. Text us live at any time at 407-448-8800. When we come back, we're going to talk about something about me, because, I put my wife on display there. So I'm going to talk something about me, and my full nude body was on display. And we'll talk about more when we come back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. There you go. I don't like these levels. Hopefully these levels will be better when we come back with the levels, syllabus. Well, normally I'm yelling, so. Welcome back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. Give us a call anytime at the station here at 407-448-8800. Text us live at any time in the Queen City studio, located just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, in a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. And if you're watching us on our Under the Tent live video feed, it's not a live video feed, it's recorded, but we put it up on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. And the way you do that is go to prophetradio.com. And go to the members only section, click on that, and that'll take you down the path of supporting the show and the stuff that we do. And speaking of supporting the show, I got a letter in the mail, by the way. It says, "Attention Marshville neighbors. Our neighborhood is now using a free private online network called Nextdoor North Marshville. All right, so you should come and join us. On this website, we share service provider recommendations, items for sale, free, lost pet notifications, safety updates, local events, and much, much more. It's 100% free and private. Just for our neighbors. Please go to nextdoor.com/join and enter this code. This code will expire in 7 days. Oh, shit. I think I put this on. I think I got this like 2 weeks ago, so I'm just getting it now. There are already 800 posts on Nextdoor about your area. This includes about crime, safety issues, and important issues. I don't know. Are you guys part of the Nextdoor.com thing? I've heard nothing but kind of like when it first started out, it was good. But then I heard like all these stories about, the guy living in the blue house on the corner of Smith and Grand Street, shut your effing dog up, anonymous. The guy who speeds through the neighborhood in the blue Caprice Classic, Chevy, Corvette, Camaro, whatever it is, stop speeding. That type of stuff. So it starts getting to be like a gripe fest more than like, hey, I'm looking for a plumber. Or, hey, can I borrow a cup of sugar type deal? So that's nextdoor.com. I got a letter in the mail. I got to sign up for it because I'm kind of interested. I wonder why do I have to sign up within 7 days or the code will expire. I guess I can't get on later? What if I got in like 4 months ago? And they didn't even know it. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I got there. Speaking of gotten there, here on the Franch, I do a lot of work around the property, and it involves a lot of heavy labor, a lot of machinery, and things of that nature. And I'd like to keep you guys not up to date, because there's so much stuff on your news feed on Facebook. There's so much negativity. There's always these weird things that you hold on. Facebook, your news feed on Facebook just gets kind of saturated with negativity or someone fighting or biting against someone else, and it's just sometimes it's too much. It's too much. So when I post on Facebook through the Prophet Radio Facebook page, I like to keep it light. I like to keep it fluffy. I just like to show, hey, this is what's going on. There's a great friend of mine out there on Facebook. His name's Joey. I'm going to call him Joey Mack. I can't pronounce his whole entire name. You know what he does? He does everything that he posts is always positive. He's always posting stuff that he's getting ready to eat that someone has made for him, whether it be his sister, his uncle, or something he's made because he's a full-time at-home nanny for his sister. He posts stuff that he makes for his nieces, and they're under the age of 6, 5 years old. They can't operate not machinery, like cookware and stuff like that. So he's always posting stuff. He's always like, hey, friends and fam, I love, you probably heard him on Be Heard section a couple times here on Prophet Radio. And we played him here on DeaconLive. And he's always posting stuff, and he's always positive, always positive. And I got a compliment the other day, again on Facebook. I always post stuff that I'm working out here in the yard, or I'm chopping down this section of the property and burning this, and I'm driving the tractor here and pushing this over and doing all this stuff. And a friend of mine, great high school friend of mine, says, you know what? Deacon, you always look positive. You always look happy. You always look like, you're getting it done, and you never really complaining about anything. And I appreciate that. And it kind of set me back a little bit. I was like going, oh, wow. I wasn't doing it on purpose. I was just doing it like going, hey, this is what's going on. That type deal. Especially if you have kids. Everyone who has kids, I don't have kids, so every time I see kids' pictures, I'm like going, all right, this is stupid. Scroll through. But it's the same thing. So I posted a video. I posted a picture of me, and on the back side of the property, oh my God, let me make sure I get the right picture here. On the back side of the property, and if you're watching this on Under the Tent, you can see my computer monitor here, so the stories are in real time as far as I'm talking to them. So make sure you subscribe to us on Facebook, or not Facebook, on YouTube, that place. So hold on. So on Facebook, I was getting ready to, for those of you who don't know what bush hogging is, basically you take a tractor. It's got mine's got a front end bucket loader on the front, and then on the back it's called a PTO. So it's got an actual drive system on the back, and you can connect it kind of like those quick connects that Ryobi has. You just quick connect everything together on the front, and put a battery on it and fire it up and go. So we have a bush hog, which essentially is this 5-foot steel blade. It's like a huge lawnmower that can knock down like small trees and small tree stumps, vegetation, stuff that you just really can't get a regular mower back there. Now, if you're watching this on the the YouTube channel, on the Under the Tent video, I posted this little screenshot of me, and what it is I got my JBL headphones on, Bluetooth headphones. I've got a head wrap because it gets really dusty. When this thing fires up, it kicks up dust all over the place if it's going over dirt. Then I've got a mask on, which is essentially I cut off the bottom of a t-shirt up to the armpits and then just wrapped it around my face so I wouldn't breathe in all the dust. and I don't have a shirt on. So I posted this on the Facebook feed thinking, hey, everyone, this is what's going on in my day. Hope you're doing well. And I'm just kind of sitting there because I know I look ridiculous. And you could see the look on my face when I took the picture. I'm sitting on a tractor. I have no shirt on, but yet my head's covered with half a t-shirt and my nose and my mouth is covered with the other half of the t-shirt. And I got my JBL headphones rocking Prophet Radio. So a good high school friend of mine posted, I didn't even I just took the picture and posted up. Posted on my Facebook feed, underneath the, commented on the photo, I see your boobies. I see your boobies. Oh, it's cute and funny, cute and funny, cute and funny. Because I don't have a shirt on. Now, I work out, not on a regular basis, but I do work out. And so I have what they call a bodybuilder's chest in the front. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, I like a man with a big chest, a big manly chest. So I have a somewhat of a bodybuilder's chest in the front. So rather than like flat, I've got muscle definition in the front. And of course, guys go, oh, look at his tits, what size cup do you wear, and that type stuff. But for the most part, that's the big joke. So I came across this picture, which I'm posting on the, if I can find the picture. So I came across this picture and posted this on my good friend Wendy's Facebook feed. And it was funny because it is literally an Asian man with his shirt off, and he is drawn. You know who Danny Trejo is? He's got the picture of the girl. I forget the story behind it, but he's got the big tattoo on his chest with the girl and the big hat and stuff like that. Well, this guy, I don't know if it's a tattoo on this guy, but he has this Asian man, if you're watching this under the tent, has drawn an animated person, female, with her hand kind of doing the whole scissor thing over his nipples and using his nipples as her boobs. And essentially I put up there, your move, Facebook. So there you go. It's an Asian man with a woman using his nipples as her nipples drawn on his chest. So I thought it was kind of funny. And then all of a sudden I see this as well. Literally, this picture right here, I guess, is a protest to Facebook. And I found out that earlier this year, at the start of the year, there was a big protest as far as what is considered nudity and what is considered not nudity, for the most part. And it's this picture right here. If you're watching this under the tent, it has a man. I'm pointing as I'm doing this at the same time. Of course, here comes a phone call. Hello? Oh. See, I knew it was going to be bullshit. Has a picture of a man that says, society says this is okay. And it's him with his shirt off. And again, looks like a little bit of muscle development. And next to him is a woman with the same size breast, same size. And it says, society says this is not okay. And it's her exposed breast as well. And so the post reads, let's storm Facebook. They can't stop all of us. Because, if you post something, then you get banned for it. And Facebook just spirals down in this whole entire thing. Now, I came across this article about this gentleman. Oh, wrong one. Where they did a naked protest out front of the Facebook headquarters. And what they did, it's so weird. It's so weird. They took pictures of what they said, quote unquote, male nipples. And all these women and stuff are laying out naked in front of the headquarters of Facebook, and they covered their nipples with what they call our superimposed male nipples over their nipples. And they're like going, what's the difference? What's the difference? What's the difference? And there was a big protest and stuff, and more than 100 people laid nude on the sidewalk out front of to change the company's censorship policy. Now, what they actually ended up doing was you're allowed to, on Facebook, you're allowed to breastfeeding topless women as far as like protesting and stuff like that, but you can't show anything that's sexually stimulating. Well, I understand that, and that's great. Now, the reason why, here's the argument that people have. They say, well, why can't a woman go topless and a man, why can a woman not go topless and a man can go topless? Here's why. For the most part, society, religion, and I hate to bring religion into this, and it kind of scuffs on the heels of politics at the same time. We as humans consider a woman's body, they bear children. So, excuse me. So there's parts of a woman's body that a man, of course, doesn't have. That's the difference between the two of us. Duh. A man's, how do I word this? Sexual organ is basically the penis, and the woman's sexual organs is her vagina and her breast. And the reason why, because the breast can feed a child and it's considered a sexual organ and blah, 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 blah. And the reason why I say this, and the way I'm going to back it up is, so I worked at several strip clubs in the Central Florida area. And one of the things that you had to do, you could have 3 evils. Or out of 3 evils in a strip club in the Florida area, pay attention everyone, out of 3 evils, you can only have 2 things in your club. So the 3 evils are full nudity, liquor or alcohol, and contact. So if you're in the Orange County area, which is where I work, actually I work down in Dade County and all down there, Broward County. So you can have full nudity and liquor and all that stuff. Anyways, I'm digressing here, but in Orange County, you have to cover your nipples. The reason why, and this is straight from the main office, when they used to come in and show us how to check IDs. It's no different than working at a restaurant or a bar. They show how to check IDs. MBI comes in, and they also say the reason why you have to cover your nipples is because the nipples itself on a female is considered a sex organ. I know, it's a stretch, but it is. So essentially what you can do, it's the same reason why a woman wears a teabag, because it covers their sexual organ in the front. Same thing why you have what they call banana slings or banana hammocks. Same thing for a guy. It covers what they considered a sexual organ. So when you start... Well, why can't anyone do that? Because that's why they considered that a sexual organ. You have to admit that the man's nipple and a female's nipple has 2 totally different purposes. I know a lot of you out there, I've either lost you or you're just going, holy mackerel, what are you talking about? So when you say, free the nipples and people want to protest, they can protest all day long. If you want to protest and show your boobs, fine, by all means. Go out there and show your boobs. But if you just want to take pictures of you in lingerie and being all sexy and seductive, I guess you can't do that. I guess you can't do that on the old Facebook page. So there you have it. There's my rant and rave on public nudity and all that stuff. When we come back, we're going to get into, let's see, do you want to talk about something that hasn't happened in the last 20 years? Or do you want to see how Google is helping us solve crimes? Let's do a little bit of both. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Proper Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. Give us a call here at the station at 407-448-8800. Text us live at any time at the Queen City studio, located just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, in a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. Make sure you subscribe to us, join us, become a member of the Deacon Live podcast, and the way you do that is go to Prophet Radio, PROPHET radio.com, and click on the members only section, and it'll show you how to sign up, and you can get all the free stuff, cool stuff. We had a bad call. We have a bad call series, which is essentially, I thought I was going to take one there on the air for a second ago, but here, let me give you, while I'm thinking about it, I'll give you a section or the latest bad call that came in here to the studio. So hold on one sec. Let me find it. So this is an example of what we get here to the studio. Telemarketer calls come into the station all the time. So here's one that we just received recently. I want you guys to hear it and tell me what you think. Here's an example of bad calls. No, let me try.
And now, what that bitch do now? Nothing but macho talk for macho guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. What's going on?
You recall at CVS Pharmacy, you made out an application form like a coupon for a travel promotion. Do you recall?
No, I don't remember that.
Am I speaking with Travis? Travel Holmes.
Yeah, you got them.
No, well, actually, it's been a long time back. Possibly you forget about it. But right now, I have a good news here. Your application entries got selected for a promotional giveaway.
Cool. I'll take it.
Sorry?
I'll take it. You just mail it to me.
You are invited at our local office to pick up your vacation in Kissimmee, Florida.
Oh, no. I'm not driving to Kissimmee. Can you mail it to me?
It's a couples giveaway, sir, so that is the reason we are invited all the selected couples at our office to pick up the vacations.
Right, but I'm not driving to Kissimmee. That place sucks. You there?
We're going to cancel this one out. Not a big deal.
Yeah, Kissimmee's a horrible place. Are you in Kissimmee right now?
I am in.
You are in. What street are you guys located on?
5,000.
5,000 what?
5,000 Street.
Where's that next to?
So what?
Where's that? Where's 5,000 Street next to?
Here are many streets.
What?
Many streets around here.
What's the crossroad there?
Sorry?
What is the crossroad?
Bitch, hang up on me.
407. 448.
So there you go. There's a small sample of bad calls. We got that, I think last week sometime. And he was trying to tell me, I won something that I filled out. When's the last time you filled out something on, at a drugstore or something like that? Hey, sign up for a free whatever 3-day cruise, and it's a scam. And I haven't seen one of those in a long time, and God knows I didn't sign up for one here. So we were talking about something that hasn't happened here in the last 20 years ago, and today actually being Friday the 13th, I hate dating the shows, but excuse me, for this reason of the show, I'm going to get into. We're supposed to have a full moon. Actually, it's a harvest moon, and it falls on Friday the 13th. So it's a full moon, and the most unlucky day of the year is Friday the 13th. Now, what happens is I'm going to play this so everyone knows what I'm doing. So September 13th is on a Friday. It's considered to be a bad luck day, and it's a long-standing tradition. This particular date, there will be some special mood lighting in the night sky, which is the new full harvest moon. It's a signal of the beginning of fall. It gets its name because of the extra light that it provides farmers for harvesting. Now, the problem is the whole entire thing. The last time we had it was 2000. Was in 2000. All right, I'm getting into this video, but so what it does is the harvest moon allows the farmers to actually have more light, more luminescence to harvest their crops. Now, the sad part is that the whole entire thing doesn't happen until midnight. So farmers are out there, I guess, harvesting all the way till till midnight, right? I guess. If they're dumb enough. I guess if, you got to get the crops in. But Friday the 13th, I mean, it's like a 1-2 punch here. People are thinking everything weird happens on a full moon because of the magnetical force of the Earth's rotational gravitational pull of the polar opposite ice caps and stuff, which creates people to be weird. Now, Friday the 13th itself, they don't know where it started or what happened. The most one that everyone knows is that there was 13 people, 13 dudes at the Last Supper, and Jesus died on a Friday, and it's this whole thing and stuff. So there's Friday the 13th. But yeah, this today, actually tonight, is the full moon, harvest moon, and Friday the 13th. So everyone be careful out there. Even if you're listening to the podcast a couple days later and stuff, and think back of like when Friday the 13th was, and you stubbed your toe or something happened, you're like, that's probably why it was Friday the 13th and there was a full moon out there. So everyone be careful, everyone be safe, everyone be calm. We'll get through this day. We will. I promise you, all together, we will get through this day. So someone else, what a segue there, Deacon. We lost a lot of people actually in the last that aren't going to see this day. We've lost a lot of people. I don't know if you guys know that there's a thing about when celebrities die, they die in threes, but there's a level of them. For example, there's an A-list celebrity and a B-list celebrity and a C-list celebrity, and I don't know if you guys know this. Now, granted, no A-list. Calm down, everyone. I know a lot of people have passed away. A lot of people, especially the one girl who was she was singing. She was a Latin star, and the fireworks, the stage pyrotechnics blew up and hit her in the stomach and blew her whole entire guts out. She just passed away. I apologize. I don't know her name, but I mean, look it up. Latin singer. Pyrotechnics exploded on her stomach and blew her guts out. But we have lost here in the United States three staple people that have gotten us through the 60s and 70s. And when I say 60s and 70s and a little bit of the 80s, I'm going to call this trio, C-list celebrities. Now, you would think like Leonardo DiCaprio would be an A-list, B-list, let's say. Who do you think a B-list celebrity would be? Maybe, let's see. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head. C-list celebrities, people that were like big in the like Helen Hunt. She would be maybe a B, maybe a C celebrity now. Maybe B celebrity still. She's still got a little pull. Ricky Lake would be C, maybe D. You would think, maybe she would. So for those of you who don't know, that we lost 3 C-League celebrities, and for those of you over the age of 30 years old, at least 30, you might remember these people as well. So Eddie Money, I'm going to start off the top of the list with Eddie Money just passed away, and he sang songs like Take Me Home Tonight. He was actually suffering from esophageal cancer for the last 4 months, and it took him out, bang. He had stage 4, and it wiped him out. There was no coming back. And I know he did a lot of cocaine. I know he smoked a lot, but I don't know what the reason behind that. Why, esophageal cancer. What leads to esophageal cancer? Didn't Michael Douglas lose half his tongue because of Catherine Zeta-Jones? Anyways. Mary Tyler Moore. Valerie Harper passed away. She died at the age of 80, which is a good year to die. I say a good year. Good time. She had 80 years. She was doing good. And also Easy Rider Peter Fonda died. And you know him and his daughter with the what was his daughter's name? Peter Fonda and Brenda? No. Damn it. Now I gotta look it up. We'll do this live. Oh, Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda and Bridget Fonda. And Bridget Fonda did a whole bunch of movies like Godfather 3 and stuff. But Jane Fonda was the next one that was causing a whole bunch of steam and a whole bunch of issues and stuff. And when we come back, steams and issues, what if you were to, see something on Google Earth and you're like going, man, something just doesn't look right about that. When we come back, I'm going to tell you how Google Earth has helped solve a mystery 20 years, if not over 20 years in the making. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. Give us a call at the station at 407-448-8800. Make sure you follow us on all our social networks. And the way you do that is to go to Prophet Radio, PROPHET radio.com. And make sure you support the show, become a member of the show. And the way you do that is go to the members only section, click on that, and join us and have fun. I guess. I don't know better story of that. So I want to bring this up to you. We'll get into the Google thing here in just one sec. So I got another letter. I've got so many letters. I got a bunch of letters in the mail, and some of them, normally I don't open the mail. But for the last couple days, my wife is like, make sure you're looking for this. Make sure you're looking for this. We're looking for this kind of form, document, or whatever that she's looking for. And I'm like, oh, nope. But I did. So I see a new interesting mail, and I'm like, oh, let's open this up. And right here it says, to the parents of Marion. I'm gonna leave out my last name, and if you don't know it already, then you don't know it. You and your student Marion have been offered an opportunity to participate in the, let me move this so you can hear me. The opportunity to participate in the educational group presentation of the following, followed by a personal interview to help determine college admission and financial age eligibility. Colleges are now identifying prospective students as early as 9th grade for admission to the financial aid assistant. Therefore, you need to attend in order to receive the assistance, making a critical decision that will arise in the next few months. Marion's future is too important not to attend. So the interview will take place Saturday. I got to get this too, because I don't have any kids. I don't have a kid named Marion with my last name. Now, I know what you're thinking. Are you sure you don't have a kid with with your last name out there, Deacon? No, I don't, because I'm going to show you this video. And by the way, I need to get this back to him before September 21st. So let me, all right, so today's the 13th. I've been talking about it for the last 20 minutes. So I got to get this to someone. I'll call this number. Actually, I'll call the number here in a minute. See what happens. So I looked it up. I looked up Marion in the Marshville area to see who he is and what he is. He's a friggin' high school football star, and it's awesome because I came across Max Preps. And if you don't know what Max Preps is, it's great because it allows high school kids to create their own highlight reels, which is really cool. I worked with this guy many years ago. And his son was playing baseball and doing all this stuff. So he put these videos up for his son in order for like scouts and stuff to see him. Now, if you're watching us on the Under the Tent video, subscribe to us on YouTube and you could see this. I'll post it on the Facebook page too for all you guys out there too lazy to click. I like them. It's really cool, and this is really, really cool. I mean, watch the video here. Can I blow it up bigger? I can blow it up bigger. Oh, this is going to be awesome. So here we go. I don't know if there's any sound or anything. So there he is. See how the arrow pointed right to Marion? He catches the ball, runs down. He's running. As football players do. They're all, his team is the team in the black jerseys. So then they reset. Look, there you go. Big fire ring around him, showing him what player to look for. He's number 2. And he plays for who's he play for? Forest Hill? Out here in Marshville. Here you go. There's another arrow showing him exactly so you know who you're looking for. And that's a great defensive play. There he is right there. 3-2-1 hut. And there you go. And he makes this great defensive tackle. Boom. Takes him right out. So that's Max. What did I say? I know. That's maxpreps.com. maxpreps.com. And you can upload your kids. I'm not sure the technicalities of it, but I mean, for the most part, you know, that's what the internet does for these kids, these high school kids. They can make their own highlight reels, and then scouts don't have to literally think of how many high schools are in the area, just in your town, just in your state, just in your region. How many scouts can they get out there? And so all you have to do is be a scout and just sit in front of a computer and look through all these highlight reels and stuff, and it shows you the stats and stuff. So that's kind of cool. So I need to get this. I need to call Marion. I'll do it at the end of the program. I'll call this number and let them know that Marion, with my last name, does not live in my house. And when I say I was saying that, are you sure he's not your son there, Deacon? We are 2 different nationalities. Let's put it that way. Now, something else that some people aren't sure of, you ever gone to Google Earth and looked around? You know, I've never been to the pyramids, but I want to see the area that the pyramids are in. And when you look at it, you know, you always see the pictures of the pyramids, and it looks like you had to travel days to get there. No, there's like a KFC and a Taco Bell and a Pizza Hut within miles of the pyramids. It's the same thing with the Alamo. Have you ever seen the Alamo or been to the Alamo? Have you been in the basement of the Alamo? It's a joke. Anyway. But the Alamo literally is nestled between, Ripley's Believe It or Not, and like a Starbucks. And when they take the picture of the Alamo, they literally frame those people out, those companies on the side out. And it looks like it's in this vast desert land, but it literally is in the downtown of San Antonio, which is really, really weird. But I mean, it's all original, but it's a real small area. But yeah, I mean, it's optical illusion. Well, here on Google Earth, somebody in South Florida was looking at their property. Now, of course, many years ago, Google Earth didn't really start taking pictures until 2007, and then uploading them, and no one really knew that, it was that prominent. They were still working on the software. They were still working on all that stuff. So get ready for this. Are you ready for this story? Now, this takes place in Lantana, Florida. Now, Lantana is just outside of Hollywood, Florida, which is a couple miles from Fort Lauderdale, or maybe 30, 40 minutes from Fort Lauderdale, and about an hour and a half from Miami. Now, this is how the article reads. After several drinks at a local nightclub, William Earl Molt called his girlfriend about 9:30 and said he would be home soon. Molt, 40 years old, mortgage broker, rarely drank, but he decided to go out that night on November 1997. He kept mostly to himself in the club and then left alone in a 1994 white Saturn. So 97, 94, he's still making payments on this thing. A Saturn SL, I don't know what that is. And he left around 9 or 11 o'clock. Called his girl at 9:30, left the nightclub at around 11 o'clock. The missing reports said from the people that they witnessed and stuff, he did not appear to be drunk. Okay, so here we go. He did not make it out. He did not make it home that night and was considered missing. For 22 years, nobody knew the whereabouts of the quiet, sandy-haired man known as Bill. Still remained unknown. Then someone looked closely at Google Earth satellite photo. Now, in the photo, in Wellington, Florida, which is about 20 miles from where they said he was, there was a car that was sitting in a pond, and it was all, well, the outline of a car. And the person that found it was actually living in the house just behind the pond and couldn't really see the car from the ground or anything like that, so asked their actual friend who had a drone to fly the drone up to see if this car was still sitting in the pond. Sure enough, I mean, this is accurate, like in real time. 2019, the lady asked the neighbor, fly his drone up there. Sure enough, the car was still sitting in the pond, I guess just deep enough and just out of sight that no one could see it. Finally, they went out there on August 28th, found the car, pulled it out. His body was inside of it. 22 years later, found this man's body, Bill Molt, and still have no reason of why he ended up in this pond. Now, I know you guys are like going, "Ooh, that's an episode of whatever podcast that I'm listening to." Well, I'm going to take that right out of their hands. Other than the background of why he was driving and where he ended up, if you're watching this on Under the Tent, I kind of mapped this out for everyone so everyone can see exactly what's going on. Stop moving around. All right. Can everyone see? We got a good chair up front. Here we go. So I figure in Lantana, let's say he was on the Intercoastal, and the only real club that I could find with a that might have been around in the last 30 years was this place called the Old Key Limehouse, and it's been known to have some popular people in there, and it's not really a dive bar, but it's close to a dive bar. So this is really on the Intercoastal of Florida, in Lantana. Now, if you watch, he would have left. Now, for those of us professionals, wink, wink, you know what I'm talking about, we want the straightest path home as possible, especially if you've had a couple cocktails. Now, I don't know where he actually lived, where his endpoint was, but this is the path that I think he took. So he must have come out, just a right and a left off of A1A, US 1, and gone all the way down 812. I don't know the actual, let's see if they give you a name of what 812 is. Lantana Road. Yep, very popular road. A lot of traffic on that road, but enough to where it's light. You're not cruising, 50 miles an hour at any given light. You drive 30 miles an hour, and then, for a couple blocks, and then you stop, and you drive 30 miles. So you could handle it. As long as you're paying attention, what are they called? Buzz drunk is drunk driving, or whatever the commercial is. So he must have gone all the way down on Lantana and taken a right on 441. 441 probably drove, same thing. It's one of those roads where you drive a couple blocks and there's a stoplight, and a couple blocks and a stoplight. Then he took a left on 802. So we've taken a long left for 13 miles, a right for a mile or two, and then a left into a residential area. Now, from my understanding through the article, if you're watching the video here, he turns into this neighborhood, which wasn't technically built yet. There was construction going on, but the neighborhood itself was not built yet. Now, the video that you're seeing right here on my screen, I say the video, the Google Maps that you're seeing on my screen is live as of today. And I'm going to zoom in. You can see all these beautiful houses all the way around. And you know these houses in South Florida, that, you know, if there's any water anywhere, they'll build up the land and stuff around it and put houses on it. So if you look, he takes a right on this road called Isles Way South. Now, of course, these houses weren't there. And if you look, he takes a right here on Lake Isles Drive. Now, again, these houses were all under construction, so this was a kind of a construction zone. Are you looking at, watch the video? Are you watching the under the tent here? I'm going to zoom in. You can see where I'm going. And this is, do they have a date? They normally have a date on these photos. Yeah, this is imagery of 2019. So if you scroll in, and I'm scrolling in, and I'm scrolling in, and please tell me, what do you see right there? Right there. That is his car in this pond, just out of sight, just out of reach of anyone that would know he was ever there. Now here's the thing. Hello?
Hey, is this Travis?
This is.
Hey, man, that's Luke at Iron Horse.
Hey.
Make sure you had somebody at home. I was going to send them on the way with that Ranger here in a minute.
Sounds good, man.
You got somebody there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, cool. Well, he'll head that way in just a few minutes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. So if we scroll back just a little bit more and zoom out a little bit, you could see this was a road that probably wasn't finished, and he probably drove right into this place. Now, here's the thing. I don't know where he lived. I don't know why he would be in this area or what he was doing, but it's scary that looking at this photo of this pond, and there's a car in there, and that guy's been sitting there for 22 years. 22 years he's been sitting in this pond. And look at the development around this area. I mean, I can't even count. There must be 200 and some odd houses around here, and nobody saw this car. Even doing construction, nobody saw this car sitting in this pond, and that's where they found the remains of Bill Molt after 22 years. Kind of crazy. It's spooky. It really is spooky. When we come back, we're going to talk about other things that could get spooky if they continue going the way they are. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. So the call that you heard is, this is behind the scenes stuff. Let me get this right here. So the call that you heard was, we bought a side-by-side, Ranger, Polaris Ranger side-by-side. And we bought it, and there was no windshield and stuff. They don't come with windshields or anything. But, so we ordered a windshield and the roof and the back things and all the stuff. And so I brought it up there this morning, and they are now dropping it back off at the house. So that's the phone call that you heard, and Bob's your uncle. There you go. Welcome back to Deacon Live. My name is the Deacon. Make sure you follow us on all our social network pages, and the way you do that is go to Prophet Radio, PROPHET radio.com, and click on the follow section, and that'll get you to all the Instagram, the YouTube channel, which Under the Tent is being broadcast, and that's our, if you don't know what Under the Tent is, that's our live video feed, not live, but it's our live recorded video here in the studio. And it's got a bunch of camera angles in here, so you get different shots of the place. And make sure you follow us on Facebook and do all the good stuff so we can stay connected and I can stay connected to you. So, weird things that are coming out. You heard about the whole Popeyes thing, the whole Popeyes running out of chicken and running out of the chicken sandwiches. Now, here's the thing that they're trying to do now, and I think releasing this video is going to actually kill, no, I say it's going to kill Popeyes, but here's the thing. So Popeyes has launched this whole BYOB. And for us laymen out there, that means bring your own booze. It's that type of party. They're launching it as bring your own bun. Well, why would I bring my own bun to Popeyes? Well, here you go. Popeyes chicken is sold out. Bring your own bun.
It's just 3 tenders.
But that's already on the menu.
And I have to bring my own bun.
What the
Seriously, when are you getting the sandwich, though? Okay.
So, in the video, try our new BYOB. It's the 3 tenders that you get to turn your sandwich. Hold on, let me read that again. Try our new BYOB. It's the 3 tenders that you get to turn into a sandwich, just without the mayo, the brioche, and the pickles. Otherwise, it's totally the same. So, they're saying that the 3 tenders that you get normally on their menu is the same tenders that you get on the bun if you're going to bring the bun in. Well, that's going to kill it, because we all had this notion that the chicken was totally different than the chicken that you normally got off the menu, and that was the mystique about it. That was the illusion, or the draw to getting these chicken sandwiches. So no, hey, guess what, guys? We still have the chicken. We just need you to bring your own buns in. Okay, with that being said, if you run out, what they say, run out of chicken sandwiches, why are they offering the actual chicken to the public and just tell them did they run out of buns? Did they run out of mayonnaise? Did they run out of pickles? Did they run out of the other 3 things that make it the sandwich? If they did, then tell us. Hey guys, guess what? Here's a better attack. It's more keto. Less carbs because of the sandwich, less whatever salt because there's no pickles, less this because there's no mayonnaise, less saturated fat or whatever they call it, And here's the raw chicken sandwich. That would be the best part. Here's a raw chicken sandwich. But no. They said, these are the same crappy chicken tenders we had up on our menu. Bring your own bun. We'll slap it in there for you, and we're not going to give you any mustard. So, you want mayonnaise? It's on the counter behind you. Yep. When we're done serving these things, make your own sandwich over there. Yep, go, and there's a microwave if you want to heat your bread up on the side there. That's essentially what they're doing. Oh, well, God. I hope Popeyes recovers from this. Like I said, the A chicken is gone. The B chicken is now in there, and I think the B and C chicken that's going to be used to make these sandwiches is exactly what I said, the chicken tenders or whatever crap they have on the menu now. Oh. Do you guys have like a sweet tooth? Do you guys buy the new stuff that comes out as far as like sweet tooth stuff? I know Oreo Cookie was doing a cookie bar or something. Hershey's was doing some kind of cookie bar to make their I don't know. You always have to reinvent yourself. You always have to do something new to reinvent your product, reinvent your thing. Exactly. The fast food menus have to re-up and do everything to bring in more of a crowd. I know there's a joke. There's a comedian out there where you ever been standing in line behind someone at McDonald's and they go, "Can I take your order?" And the person will literally sit back and go, "Let's see." And you're like going, they've had the same menu for the last 20 years. If you don't know it by now, pick something. Oh, well, here's an old faithful out there, an old favorite, Twinkies, who was bought up by Hostess because the Twinkie factory was going under. The company that was making the Twinkies has come up with a new product line using the Twinkies. Now, I'm all about peanut butter. I'm all about jelly. I'm all about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now, on I call, quote unquote, my Ruff Days, I like to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with, and this I talked about this the past couple podcasts ago, with it's got to be Doritos nacho flavored. I've tried every other chip in the world. I have not found anything to replace the flavor of nacho cheese Doritos smashed in between two pieces of bread with peanut butter and jelly on it. And it can be crunchy peanut butter. I prefer the crunchy, or the smooth. It doesn't matter. Jelly, it's got to be jam though. Screw that jelly stuff. I like smearing my shit. I don't like sitting there rolling around like a freaking wet booger. That's what jelly is to me. It's like a wet booger. You really can't smear it around. So Twinkies has come up with a, are you ready for this? It is a peanut butter and pickle sandwich type of Twinkie. Yep. If we were to believe the Hostess Twitter account, this might end up on the shelves near us soon. Starting, let's see, September 9th? Oh, we missed it, so it's out there somewhere. If you guys have seen peanut butter and pickle sandwiches from Twinkies, let me know. Take a picture of it. Now, they had something that they just dropped. They had to, they take it with one hand and give it away with the other. What do they give with one hand and take it away with the other? They actually removed the Moonberry Twinkies, which I saw those on the shelf. I thought they were kind of cool. It's the mixture looks kind of weird. I'm sure it makes your shit look weird too. The Twinkie itself, it's a pound cake. That's what a Twinkie is, and it had a light blueberry flavor to it, but it was like a deep purple with cream in the center. So I'm sure if you ate those and you shit yourself, you probably think you ruined your liver. So, but Twinkies is coming out with a peanut butter and pickle sandwich. And it's Twinkie. It's all shoved inside of a pound cake, a Twinkie thing. So that should be good. That should be good. Anything else I missed before I let you go? No? All right. On behalf of all you guys out there listening to me for the last hour or so, I wish you all well. I wish all the people in the Bahamas well. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all our social contents. Make sure you join us at any time. Become a member of the DeaconLive podcast at the members only section on Prophet Radio. On behalf of all the callers, all the texts that we've been getting here at the station, and all the calls as well that I've taken off the air, you can watch all those on the Under the Tent section of our website. My name is the Deacon, saying good night and good night. Woo. There's the Twinkie section I was talking about. I know I didn't get to it, but there you go. That's the... I'm all about it. Hey, guys, take care. Good night.
Oh, no. Wait. Come back.
This is the end. The absolute end.
Écoute-moi.